I think I'm still in the chat. What happened here? I don't see any of the people.
Hello. we're, we're streaming, I think. Welcome to our
Happy
Valentine's
anniversary! I
Day
mean, happy
date.
Valentine's Day.
Yeah, get it right. We're going to say Cable, which
I
is the
know,
one
I
I'm in
know.
trouble for
Ah!
now.
Every time.
Are you feeling the pressure being the only guest today, Zachary Abel?
Dry my hands off. I've got a lot of drinks here. A lot of fluids.
Yeah, can we talk about what's going on? So you've got a snowman cup of, I hope that's water.
This is water. Yeah,
right.
This is a sparkling water.
You've got coffee in the background that doesn't look like it's been plunged yet, so that's still to drink.
I made this because I'm a little tired, to be quite honest. So I did make some coffee.
Oh my gosh. And then you've got a lovely bottle of champagne that somebody so kindly sent to you.
Yes. A nice bottle of Veuve.
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 We're not sponsored by Veuve, but if we were, that would be great.
Yet.
Who sent you that?
My lovely fiance. My lovely fiance. She sent it on over.
I'm going to try and be looking in the chat more so that Zach,
I'm looking here in the chat too. Sometimes I get distracted. I get yelled at in the chat.
You're such a special guest today.
Well, but
because we haven't heard from you as much in the last few episodes. So, this is your time to shine, baby. And,
That's because I'm
baby. Fruity, baby. What a great t-shirt you've got on too.
Oh my gosh. I got you, baby.
I got you, baby. From your TikTok.
I get so wrapped up in the conversation.
Yeah, this is
that oftentimes I just completely abdicate my responsibilities of the chat.
Yeah.
The chat. Well, I thought that would really resonate with you being British and the throne, abdication, the whole thing. Can we talk about Harry and Meghan?
Hey,
Tigers #2.
Pregnant again. Oh,
yeah,
maybe we should just abdication. Do like a celeb goss podcast, YouTube.
Hey!
Tell me.
What's that back by the clock?
Oh, here are my dozen roses and my cute little balloon. And I've got chocolates here, which I don't know if I can eat or not. Gosh, I've tried to put makeup on and I feel like it's a mild fail.
Finally. Yeah.
Finally put makeup on.
No, I just caught a glimpse of myself in the screen.
That was such great timing.
I was like, oh my God, I can actually see myself. Because almost every episode, I feel like I'm progressively in the dark. Got 10 lights on. That's why. Right. You look beautiful, Bubba. You look beautiful.
Thank you, darling. So do you. Right, let's press play because, Oh, no, you pop it. Pop the cork and then we'll press play. Or can you do both at once?
Well, I'm on the flip. Are you on the flip?
I'm on the flip.
Are you going to have some champagne?
No, because somebody didn't get me champagne. That was, remember, we were going to buy each other champagne.
I thought that we were.
Can't get drunk on roses, can I? I do have some wine here, which I might pop.
Okay.
We'll just see. Right.
All right. Well, I'm having this champagne.
Good.
Did you hit play?
No, I didn't yet. Should we do it? Right. We'll hit play on, 3, 2, 1, play, but not yet. Ready?
I'm in the chat.
3, 2, 1, play. Yes.
Oh, no,
clock's going. The thing's go. Boy, I'm a bit hot. Controversially, I'm going to take this off.
Oh my gosh. Well, I'm going to keep mine on.
It's getting hot in here. Boy, it's really changed the whole tone of it.
It really has.
This is a very fun episode because it's called Ragtag, and you might not remember, but oh my gosh, you popped it. That was a silent pop of a cork.
Did you not hear it?
Didn't hear it.
Oh, I did a little.
Oh, well, hang on. Let me pour my wine then.
Oh, okay. I'm just going to pop into the chat real quick. Zach, are you sure you haven't drank yet? Arushi, no, I haven't, actually. This is just my normal personality.
Hey, this is a bit AMSMR, with the pouring.
Yeah, sommelier.
Well, this is nice. Doesn't feel like I'm drinking on my own. Quite healthy.
Patricia,
cheers.
Marqueta.
Happy Valentine's Day,
Happy
everybody.
Valentine's Day.
Love yourself
Cheers.
first. We love you.
Yes, love you too.
Let's see how much good chat we get and how much is just nonsense.
Oh, that's some good stuff right there.
Mm.
That is some good stuff. Patricia says that she has 3 drinks with her as well.
Oh my gosh!
You can't see my Valentine's Day candle here.
Oh my gosh, that's so cute. I'm
Cinnamon.
a bit sad. Are you
It's
just
not
gonna
lit,
have
though.
it lit or not? It's
It's a
safer not
prop.
lit.
I'm just staging it here. There, you can see it.
You don't want to upset your good lighting setup you've got going.
Yeah, exactly. I don't know. Lots of people saying that Kyle didn't hear the pop either. We're looking at Bill Paxton here.
We are, and we're looking at young Agent Ward. And if it wasn't Valentine's Day, maybe I could have tried to get him in. Austin Leon. He's really good, isn't he?
Mm-hmm. Very good.
And
a very Caesar haircut too, kind of like George Clooney, circa ER.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, what a throwback!
I'm aging myself.
This is here, back in the day, though, I suppose, really, isn't it? I mean, this is what, like 15 years ago, technically.
Yeah. A little flashback.
As they say. I remember this on set. That I feel like there was a big deal on this because something happened with the stunts on this particular scene. I think it was this scene that wasn't great, but everybody was fine. But it was just a bit of a oh my gosh, what's happening? Speaking of,
there's Ian.
Oh, there he is.
Am I ahead of you? Or are we in the same place?
No,
it's you, Ian, and Chloe
on a bed
in a room.
watching. Yeah. So you knew,
which reminds me of Comic-Con. Oh yeah, go ahead.
Oh, go on.
I was gonna say you, Chloe, and Jeff, when we did that photo shoot at the last Comic-Con. Just Ian wasn't there, but it reminded me of the whole setup.
Ian wouldn't do that with us, would he?
No, but we got to get Ian on here, by the way.
I know, but it's not his thing. He loves us and he supports us, but
we'll keep asking.
Oh, Ian, I thought I'd be hanging out with him all the time being in London, for goodness sakes. Zach, speaking of which, and oh my gosh, I remember this scene so clearly. Every time we did a take, we had to get a whole new like sheet of those from props.
Oh my gosh, how many were there?
A lot of I can't remember, probably 5 or 6, but there was quite a lot of Clark would get the final pen mark and then go, oh, what is it? Oh no. And it'd be just really tense. And then when it was our coverage, he just had a good time not needing to do it. It was just lines all over it. It's That's things so like fun. That. I wish I'd have taken that. I wish I'd have ripped off that bit of paper.
Yeah, and then frame it.
Wouldn't that be so fun?
That'd be so cool, yeah. Well, you look so really pretty, Bubba. You just look so pretty.
Oh my gosh, thanks, babe. I watched this back, I feel like a completely different person. Although I do remember that bed and being like, this is a really squidgy bed, and it was quite hard to just sit on and not collapse down into it. So I remember feeling
because it was so soft.
It was so soft and squishy.
Hey, you did the countdown. You did the countdown. You did the clock. I didn't see you start the clock, but you hit it. You did it.
I know, because I'm so subtle now. I just really get it done.
Babe.
Hey, we've come a long way. Next week's the finale of season 1, if you can believe.
That's crazy. Do we know who we're having on?
Mm-hmm. But we'll just keep it stum just in case, because people's plans change and everything. I don't like to put too much pressure on anybody. Zach, can you talk about? Have you remembered who it is? We're in a group chat with them, and we were texting.
We're in a lot of group chats.
No, this is true.
I'm like, oh my gosh, it's my best friend Dave coming on.
Is it my mom?
What does he have to do with the finale?
Can you talk about what it's like being a Shield spouse?
A Shield spouse? Wow.
Because you're just talking about the, Comic-Con and me, Jeff, and Clobell, but it was also, Jeff was a late bloomer to the whole fam. You'd been there years since that. Like, how was it?
This is true. Can I tell a funny? Can I tell a funny the from the very beginning?
Well, here's what I've got. Quite a lot of questions. I've got questions about. Oh my gosh, there's casual Ruth Negga. Oh, she's so good.
She's doing a new show too. It was just announced. I'm trying to remember what it was.
Yeah, I saw that too. I've got an array of questions of what it was like sort of in general at the start, and then what it was like to be there throughout every season, see every pickup, every worry about not picking up, seeing new people come, people go. I just have many different questions about it. So you start wherever you want to start.
Well, I think it was really interesting being a part of it from the very, very get-go, because Marvel's first live action television show was this show. And so it wasn't just a new TV show. It was like this whole new big, like beyond comprehension that I was sort of just like tangential to. So it's like I was sort of seeing how stressed everyone was, but it was like an unbelievable thing. Like I remember when you got the auditions and then you booked the part.
Auditions as well. We really staged them, didn't we? Like it was me going into the room. And another thing that we did that you helped me do was we've got the Howling Commando stuff from BJ. That was so cool, that thing. You can imagine how much Ian loved that day. He loves the prop.
Season 1 was just packed. It was just packed full of stuff. It's just
I know.
Rewatching all of this, it was just so incredible.
I know. One thing that you did was you said, let's celebrate every stage. Every stage you get through, let's celebrate it. And I've never done that before. It was only, you just celebrate if you get the job, which is hardly ever, mostly never. And you said, no, let's celebrate every round you get through. And remember, we went out for a lovely dinner and spent, there was
what was the Italian place
at that point?
What was the Italian place?
That's when I booked it. We went there.
Was it Matteo's? When you booked it, we went to go eat it. We celebrated.
Yeah, it was really, really fancy.
Like old school, right off of Melrose and Robertson.
No, it wasn't.
Beverly and Robertson.
Exactly. Yeah, and we went with Tyson and Christina. Yeah.
One of the most famous classic Italian restaurants in Los Angeles. I don't know if it's even still there, but it had been there for decades.
Yeah. Anyway, continue.
But I think it is really important to celebrate because it's a victory. Each step you get to, you are learning more things and you are developing and you're understanding exactly, one, how to handle the pressure. Two, whether it goes your way or not, you've gotten to a place to where it's like you're recognized as being talented. You're recognized whether or not you fit every single piece of the puzzle. Like you're in the puzzle, which is like the biggest part of it. But going back to like being one of the Shield or Marvel, I guess, +1s. It's pretty fun. It's super fun. Like, it's like you get to go to do all these different things. Like, I think was it season 2 that you started going around to all the conventions? Was that I think it was season 2.
We did Comic-Con season 1, obviously before it came out, but then the other conventions, it must have been season 2.
Well, you did because you did San Diego that first season, but then that was right as I was kind of launching Monkey Miles. You started doing all these conventions.
Oh yeah.
So like we were flying all over the place, and kind of it was giving me a ton of experience, just like figuring out the elite status and booking deals. And then you'd go to these conventions, and it was amazing to see. Like, you don't really understand the impact that the show is making on people, even if you go to a big San Diego Comic-Con or stuff. But it's like I was sort of overwhelmed going to all of the smaller city Comic-Cons and just like being able to be there and walk around and see what these shows and the characters that were derived from the comics or TV shows, and like the impact it was really making on a lot of people's lives, and how it was inspiring people. And then to see your interaction with a lot of people was amazing. And other people on TV shows, it's like you realize it's like this thing that you guys are all making, on a soundstage is resonating and really inspiring people to go out and kind of like pursue their dreams or give them an outlet away from stressful situations. And I thought it was just awesome, like being able to go
and
say
that, babe, because at conventions you get cosplays, people that come dressed as your character. That's just so cool. And then now pretty much in this episode, May and Coulson are cosplaying Fitzsimmons. How? You're like, yes, that is their name. I learned that. Fitzsimmons. That's correct. That's them. There they
Full
are.
circle. Bring it right back.
Isn't that just so funny though? I remember those Ming going, oh my gosh, how the heck do you...
She's got the tie on and everything. I love it.
Yeah, they were both... It was so funny because it was in this scene, they kind of complain after about the us saying such long words and then the suits being tight or the ties being tight and stuff. But then Ming and Clark IRL were saying, "Oh my gosh, thank God you guys are playing those parts and not us." And these outfits are so stuffy and too many layers, and it was very fun. Although they never got us to do it the other way around, which I found offensive.
Yeah, come on. Should we check the chat and see if anyone has any questions for us? Someone says, have we been watching WandaVision? Everyone's stealing my questions. Come on, guys. I asked first. I haven't watched WandaVision yet. I'll just admit it.
Yeah, I haven't. I did start it and I do have Disney Plus, but I sort of want to watch it together. It's one of those things I don't really want to watch it on my own. I want to watch it with, because it comes out week to week, I feel like. Or maybe it's all out now.
I don't know. I honestly don't know.
Should we wait to watch it together, or do we need to watch it on our own so that things don't get spoiled?
I think we should just have some shows that we can binge watch together. And I think that should be one of them. I'm just going to say that.
Okay, what else should be on our list?
Well, I haven't watched Bling. You started watching it, I saw. Bling something.
Oh, I finished it.
Wow, who is doing that stunt? Oh my God, of course, Ming catches the phone.
Ming's stunt double is called Ming. So it was Ming.
It was Ming. It was Ming.
Oh, I love old school Coulson. Look at him in his little plaid in his hair and his glasses. There's so much in this episode. You know who wrote this episode?
Who wrote it?
Who's from Indiana?
Stop.
Yeah, Jeff Bell.
Oh, is this Bell?
Yeah. Well, who else is from Indiana?
I thought, for some reason, I thought Craig Titley was from Indiana. Is he not from Indiana? I don't know why I didn't think immediately of Jeff Bell, because he's from like 20 minutes from where I'm from.
Well,
there was one time, remember when we snuck off to visit my family, and we go to the airport, and we get to the airport. Am I allowed to even tell this? I'm just going to tell it. And we get to the airport. We're waiting at the gate, and who walks up behind us? Jeff Bell. And he was sitting 2 rows behind us.
And the showrunner.
And the showrunner. He had snuck away too. So we both caught. Well, I was free to do whatever I want. I'm not on the show. But you two were like,
"Hi,
we're not."
Yeah,
we're not in Indiana.
LA to Indiana, but we were fine. We should get Jay August back on. He's so good as 100%. Deathlock.
That was a great episode, I thought, that we had.
Yeah, he was the first one. The first of the, this new sort of format, which BTW next week being the finale means the week after that, we're going to be doing a special Zoom fan Q&A as prizes for people that wrote really great reviews and our favorite reviews. And we're going to be giving out merch, which has landed in the country.
Amazing. I need
Not
to
in
win
my
this
possession.
contest.
I can't tell you how much import tax I've paid for these flipping t-shirts.
You paid none. Just a few quids.
Just a few quids here and there. Yeah, priceless anyway, aren't they?
Does my name say Matt? Why does my name say Matt? Someone just said, Zach, why does your name say Matt?
Because it's from Weird Times, isn't it?
No, I think it's from Simon's thing. We did this thing where a character I played on a Zoom for Simon Kassianides, and I played Matt. How funny. I'm changing it to Zach.
Yeah, you should.
Or look how long my arm looks.
I remember on days like this when we're currently, at the moment, it's us in this van and Colson May is zip lining out of the building. And those days are so fun because basically all I had to do was hang out with Chloe, Ian, BJ, and run around, grab something off the ground and run back in. And always on my schedule when I'm looking at what I've got to do, if it has an NL next to it, that means no lines in my key. Oh my gosh, best day ever. I go, what have I got to do today? Oh, NL.
NL
gonna
means
have some fun.
You're going to see Crafty more times than usual.
Yeah, Elizabeth's going to be at Crafty.
That's at least what I would be doing. I would be at Crafty, snacks on snacks.
On snacks, yeah, but also just giggles on giggles.
Yeah.
So then when the show got picked up each season and people came and went, who in particular did you get close to that you were sad to see leave the show?
Oh, I mean, I was definitely close with Luke, and we still all hang out. But there's been a lot of people that have come and gone. But we still see. I mean, I guess like Luke and Beck are in town, but I'd play poker over at his spots quite frequently. Simon. I mean, we still talk to Simon all the time. A Shield alum. Who else has left? I suppose like Ian technically left, but not really.
Yeah, can we say that? Did you go, oh my gosh, can we say that? But it's all aired now, so it's fine.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking in the back of my head. I was like, oh my God, I didn't sign an NDA.
If you're not caught up, don't worry.
Yeah.
It's not as bad as it sounds.
No. Who else? Am I forgetting someone that left that we still, I mean, we would see like Jay at events and stuff like that, but people that like I would like grab lunch and coffee and with, I mean, I would see Simon and Luke the most. I'm trying to think if there's someone that's like obvious that I'm just not even thinking of.
Well, I think we just stayed in contact with a lot of people though, didn't we? But it was just,
yeah, and the cons helped like so much because it's like you'd see people, you know, like at some point, well now I'm in my head. I'm in my head because I don't know if I want to give away any spoilers of people that leave at some point. But I mean, you know, like Brett was in and out. We would always run into Brett, and he would like he also lived fairly close to us.
Yeah. Hey, people are saying that we can watch Wanda on Group Watch on Disney Plus.
What's Group Watch? Where we could just watch it together at the same time?
It must be a thing on Disney Plus where you can watch it together. I do think I've seen that actually. So on this, I'm assuming you maybe have to link your account. I mean, I have absolutely no idea.
I think we should just wait until we see each other and just binge it. We'll get some pizza and binge it. WandaVision.
You know, I ordered pizza last night. First time I've ever used Uber Eats, and guess what was on the pizza? Potato.
But you ordered it that way.
I know.
So you made it seem like it was a surprise.
Oh,
like oh my God! Look what
it's a surprising thing to put on your pizza, isn't it?
It is. But I feel like that's not uncommon in the UK. Like that's an item that you can select from. It's an ingredient.
No, I've never had it. Well, at this particular restaurant, I have, but that's the only place I've ever seen potato on a pizza.
Because I thought that I'd seen it at like Pizza Express that they had like
really great addition. I don't know that Pizza Express has potato pizza.
When I studied abroad in England while I was in college, back in the early 1900s.
It's so funny that you just have a picture of us right there.
Hey, babe.
Your leopard print jacket, a picture of us, black and white in a gilded frame. It's just really cracking me up. Right, sorry.
I remember like Wagamama and Pizza Express, because it's like
about UK restaurants.
Yes. Yeah. Strict budget. That was like, I'm gonna splurge on like getting Pizza Express. Wagamama, whoa, 12 pounds. I was like, that is, because we were eating the what's the cider?
When you were a student, White Lightning, were you eating?
No. Strongbow.
Oh, Strongbow. Oh, sorry. Much classier.
Back to the show. I
know. I was just thinking, who I should try and get on is David Conrad.
Yeah,
that'd be a great Ian Quinn. I forget if he's in the finale. But he's brilliant.
He's very good.
I just stuck with you, I suppose.
I know. Hey, we're going to take a break though after season 1.
We'll probably take a little break.
Yeah,
I think so. I wonder, maybe we should ask the chat. Gosh, I feel like I'm getting redder and redder. This red wine's really going to my cheekies.
Look, I'm getting paler and paler. I look like I'm dying over here. This happens every time.
I know, look how awful I look. Because you don't look awful. You do look sort of slightly geriatric with your whole setup.
I just feel like I've gone to the mortician. Like, look at my skin. Like, this is not like someone that's alive. Doesn't have this coloring. Right?
I'm hot over here. Gosh, I tell you. Yes. So maybe we could ask, should the format stay the same? Should we have, a guest on every week from in front and behind the camera, and then have fans come in at the end to ask questions and then the wave? Do we like the format as it is? Do we like doing every episode in a season, or do we want favorite episodes and seasons? Hit us up in the chat with what you guys want.
Hit us up in the chat. Alexander says, Zach, did you know the plot of the seasons before they aired? No, not at all.
You didn't even know the line. You didn't know the scenes. You didn't run lines.
Nothing. Occasionally we'd run lines, and I would know that they were like,
only if it was a very important scene, because I knew that you didn't want to know the story points.
Yeah, I wanted to wait to watch it.
If it was a scene I really wanted to practice, then you would do it with me.
Yeah. Teresa says, Zach, how do you feel about seeing Fitzsimmons kissing and making out? Is it weird?
You can't even say it. That's weird.
No, not weird at all. The thing is that it's not like Elizabeth's the only person that has kissed Ian.
That's so true. You have.
Yeah, he
launched people Ian hasn't kissed.
He put one on me.
Yeah, he did. He planted
what was I supposed to do? I was weak in the knees. It says, Agent Hazmat says, Zach, why don't you try a little bit of makeup next week? Thanks a lot,
Great
Hazmat.
Suggestion. Yeah, great suggestion.
I think it's the lighting. That's what it is. Anyway.
I think it's that lamp you've got on behind as well.
It could be.
I also think I look quite maybe sort of pinky ready. Maybe it's just you. Maybe you're just comparing.
I think you look gorgeous, is what I think. I think you look fit. FIT.
You look fit too.
Hey. Back to the episode. Oh, the turtlenecks.
Yes.
Who told us about that choice? It's such a great choice. Like, it's such a character.
Was it Jed? I feel like people in the chat would know, because I don't think it was Anne.
Well, I thought that he came in saying that he wanted to wear turtlenecks. And what do you think about turtlenecks?
Totally. Yeah, but I think it was Mo and Jed that told us that.
Up?
I feel like it was them that maybe said. Gosh, just thinking about Brett, he got to act in this episode, but also the season, with such huge names like Bill Paxton so much, Ruth Negga so much.
Amazing.
amazing. When you think of him coming into the show thinking he was kind of the straight guy that just followed the rules and didn't have a whole lot of, I don't want to say personality, but was just sort of a man on a mission. And then he suddenly turns into this double agent in this, baddie spy organization with huge
names,
recurring names. Yeah.
Massive. Yeah. And you know what? One that's rarely mentioned, probably because it ended up on the cutting room floor, was Agent Tad.
Tad. Yeah.
There's a big scene between Ward and Tad.
No, there wasn't. Between Ward and Tad.
Yeah, remember? Like I was sort of in it. Like we passed each other. It was like and then I came over to talk to you.
Yeah, but was Brett in that?
I think there was a line exchange because it was all in the downstairs of that bar thing. He was at the bar, and then we walked past each other. Anyways, it was a stretch.
It's good to get Agent Tad in there as well.
Just slide Tad in there,
Have you spoke about Agent Tad on this before?
Yeah, the episode that I would have been on. We talked about it for a second.
Oh, we spoke about it then.
Yeah.
Was that with Monica?
Great experience. Huh?
I said, was that with Monica?
Yeah, it was actually probably the most stressed I've ever been on a set.
Well, yeah, because that is so stressful.
Yeah, because I knew everyone, and I was like, my God, I could bring this ship down. All it takes is one hole in the hull to sink this ship.
It's over.
Someone says, Zach, I love your Citizen Kane poster. Thank you very much. Zach, do I ship?
Spot. There's only a tiny bit of that.
Right? Over here?
Yeah. Oh, I suppose there's more. I've just got you cut off on my screen.
What's it? Molly asks, I think it should
Molly.
be for both of us. Huh?
Oh, Molly.
No. Molly Pettigrew says, Zach, what is your favorite British snack? And Lil, what's your favorite American snack?
I don't know if mine's a snack, but I do like a PB&J that I'd never had before.
Oh, is that an American thing, PB&J?
Do you know, just watching the episode, I was watching this last week. I have no recollection of shooting the scene in that little phone booth. I feel like they superimposed me in there. I do not have one memory of filming that. I think partly it's because it's all green screen. So clearly I don't remember looking at whatever we were meant to be looking at.
Well, how did you feel about working with the green screen? How's that?
Well, I mean, sometimes a green screen gives you more than certain actors. Tell you that for nothing.
What's that Ryan Gosling with Lars and the Real Girl?
No recollection of this. Absolutely none.
Are you serious? Boy, look at how young Ian looks. He looks so young.
I know. Well, because in that break, he did the Ryan Gosling movie and swam for 1,000,000 hours a day and got really slim. Yeah, remember? And he was really practicing holding his breath. So he did loads of swimming.
That.
So after the pilot, he came back super, super trim and then stayed super trim. I think it makes
I remember that. Yeah.
Yeah. What were we talking about? Oh, green screen. Yeah. I didn't find it ever that, because so much of acting on camera is you're kind of acting to marks, or when you come to do the close-up, because your eye line has to be so close to camera to make it look real, you're often not really looking at the real person, are you? Looking at a mark on the matte box on the camera.
Yeah.
So I think we get used to pretty quickly acting against not a person. So agree.
It's just hard though, because you don't know what they're going to make the green screen. So it's like, is the thing I'm looking at, should I be surprised? How surprised? All of that.
The main thing I find is that, say if it's an explosion or a gunshot or something, and you'll do it without any noise or without any gunshot, and then you do it with the gunshot or with the explosion noise in some way, and all of a sudden you go, oh my gosh, you hit the floor. and then the rest of the time you've just kind of done a little eyebrow raise, and you go, oh
There
my
was-
gosh, that would have been so loud, and I just sort of nonchalantly rolled my eyes.
What was that?
What?
Everyone all right? Okay. There was one on.
That was you reacting.
Yeah.
Poor little
At Long
Fitzsimmons
Beach,
being
there was like
captured.
some huge explosion. I forget which episode it was from. I don't know if it was this season or season 7.
No, it was
But
this season. It was when
this season.
Deathlock went into it, and that's what got him all warmed up.
Yeah, and
The
everything went
bridge.
up. And like you
Yeah.
guys, you were talking about it on this, where you're just sort of like, oh yeah.
Oh yes.
Oh yeah.
Pretty.
All right,
That's a bit of fire over the
falafel sound good to everyone?
lunch.
Everyone?
I know, but we are agents, so that's the other thing. Is you go, oh well. I mean, working in sci-fi, you get away with a lot. I tell you, on this current job, you get away with much less.
I don't know what to say. I don't know what I can say about the current job. So. Are you talking about Live with Lil? We keep you on
Lil, it. You keep me honest. You keep me on it.
So you said peanut butter and jelly is your favorite American snack?
Yeah, don't you think that's an American snack, or is that more of a meal?
I suppose it is. I've never associated. I was thinking like, Ruffles chips or like, a junk food thing as a snack. But that's definitely a snack.
Yeah.
What are the chocolate? Are they Pims? Am I thinking the right thing? They're like a cookie and one half of it's chocolate, and they come in like a tube.
Oh no!
It's
like
the
famous dog scene.
Oh,
what are people? We should do a poll. Can you do a poll in the chat? We should do a poll of.
How do I do a poll?
I don't know that you can, but we should do if there is such a way to do a poll. Pop out chat.
I don't know
about who thinks whether he shot the dog or not. It's a big question.
He definitely did not. Definitely didn't.
What were you saying? Jaffa cakes. What's the snack?
It sounded like you said Deffa cakes. I was like, wow, that sounds like the worst snack ever.
I mean, that could very well be a British snack. No, what was the cookie you were talking about?
I thought they were called Pims, and they come like it's like a tightly wrapped cookie thing, and it's like they're probably this big biscuits, I guess, is what you'd call them. And then they're like a little biscuit, and then half of it's chocolate. I think the Pims is the wrong thing, so I'm thinking Pims cup as well.
Pims is drink.
Yeah.
It's like a drink.
But I think it starts with
fruit.
a P, maybe. I don't know. Maybe someone knows on here. Emma says, totally shot the dog. Grace really wants a t-shirt.
Oh. Give us a good review, Grace, on the podcast.
We're on the podcast.
Yeah.
This is a good one from, I think it's Jemima Carter. How would you have felt if Gemma was Hydra instead of Ward? Would you have enjoyed getting to be a little evil? Love you loads. Lemon, Purple Heart.
Oh, lovely. Thank you. Yes, I would have loved it. I would have relished the challenge. I would have been sad because I felt like I knew her and then I just wouldn't have known her. And I would have felt sad for Fitz because I feel like he wouldn't be Hydra. I feel like Gemma was much more likely to be Hydra than Fitz.
Have you ever played an evil character, like a bad character?
No.
Not that you know of, right?
Oops.
It's like, who knows?
I don't think. Well, no, I have played characters that maybe weren't the most innocent back in the day, but I think I've not played like a villain, I guess.
Yeah. Boy, it'd be interesting to see you as a villain. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I mean, a lot of British people are the villains in big superhero movies, aren't they? Oh, look at us running now. Yes. Love a running scene as well. You think really going to get your steps in today?
Yeah, I gotta keep my phone in my back pocket. Don't want to miss out on these.
No, exactly. Get your
This could
step
tick me
count
over
going.
10,000. Yeah.
Although the only thing with that is that the shoes that, gosh, I really gave him a real look. In this scene, they were like, please just do some improvising. And my mind just would completely go blank. I remember thinking, gosh, I was still quite nervous to just be around. And yeah, I just wasn't the best at improvising. And then we had to really shout through the door. And no, I was going to say with running scenes is usually you've got brand new shoes on because you get fitted for each episode.
Yeah.
And at some point you do sort of start reusing the shoes a bit, but often they're brand new from your fitting. So not always the most comfortable to run in. Just an FYI.
Boy, how was this scene with Ward? Or as we would know him, Brett.
Brett. It was good. It felt I think we all wanted him to be redeemed, and we all sort of felt that we'd get to the end of season 1 and Ward would come back around and there's no way that he was really evil, and that we just sort of didn't think we didn't think that they would leave him as being a baddie at the end of season 1. I think we just sort of assumed, there's going to be good in him, and
he'll come back. He's a double agent.
Back. He's going to see the error in his ways.
Yeah.
And he just go ahead.
Well, we don't know. We don't know.
We don't know. You mean because it hasn't played yet?
Yeah, it hasn't played yet.
But the other thing is that goes back to the whole dog theory is that there's also a part that I feel like Brett has spoken about that, or maybe I'm just making this up, but that he knew the safest place for Fitzsimmons was off that plane, because if anybody could figure out how to get out of it, it would be those two.
Yeah.
So there is a theory that he look, oh my gosh, I wonder if this is actual RJ. Nick, can we ask Nick Blood and Adrienne to come on? Oh, and when does Chloe finally come back? Oh, I'm sure Chloe will be back on. Just speaking to
Paul
Chloe today.
Have you ever had any post-production special effects people on the live stream? Have you jumped from S.H.I.E.L.D. to Wanda? We have had post-production.
Yeah, I've had Mark Kolpak a bunch.
Yeah.
Yep, and we have head of post-production and sound, and we've had a bunch of different post-production people on. Although it'd be great to get I'd love Kelly Stoy to come on for editing wise.
Yeah, and you worked with her on your short.
Yeah, and episode 709.
And yes, of course, 709.
Yeah, we had Jeremy, who was head of post. But that was also from season 7. We haven't had him on season 1 yet. We've had Bear McCreary on, who did the.
We have had Bear. Boy, look who we've been able to hang out with.
I know, and now it's just you and me.
What
the heck do we talk about?
I mean, it has been 6 months. We've done a lot of FaceTiming.
A lot of FaceTiming, yeah. A lot of FaceTiming, not as much Zoom, isn't it? Just
the weekly Zooms.
Did you being a S.H.I.E.L.D. spouse, was the fear real to spill any secrets?
Well, one, I wanted to enjoy the show as it was, as it debuted. But the other side of it is that if I didn't read anything with you, I knew then I couldn't actually ruin anything either.
Right.
Because you have no idea. I mean, it's like, what was it? By the time you wrapped season 7, it was a year before it came out. Like, you don't know where you are in filming compared to like what's on the air. And then even then it's like, well, how are you ever going to remember 6, 8, 12 weeks prior when they interview you about stuff? Trying to keep that straight in a story arc when you're filming one thing and they're interviewing you about another episode. I thought it's who knows if they'll try and go after the gullible +1 over here.
I get asking too many questions.
Zach, what did you think about that? Well, I thought it was actually this, that, and that. And they're like,
well, I've definitely accidentally spilled some secrets, haven't I? Over
oh my gosh, are you
years.
letting people in? Is that what's happening?
Yes, I did just give out the Zoom link because I realized
that the lean forward.
I think we're in the tag right now with old Conrad, who
yes, we are in the tag. Yeah,
is just being such a great baddie right now. Right, so you were quite good at not spilling. I don't think you spilled any secrets.
No, but you know what was so funny? When we first started doing these, we had I forget who we had on, and it was season 7. So we knew what was happening that episode, so we'd watch it ahead of time because you had early access or something, and so we'd watch it, and then for some reason, when we watched it, and we went to watch it then live later that day, I say something about the spoiler at the end.
It was a huge thing.
Huge, massive, yeah. And it was the wrong. And yeah, that was the only time I think I got close. It was
something to do with Clark as well. It was something about Coulson. It was some big thing about season 7 Coulson.
It was a big thing.
It was cool.
Someone asked
yeah. What did you?
Someone asked what was my favorite season. It was probably 7. Go ahead. Sorry. Yeah, 1 or 7 is what I would say.
No, I was just going to say ABC was very supportive of me doing the watch-alongs of season 7, but there must have been a part of them that were thinking, how do you control a bunch of actors all live? Clearly had a lot of trust in me.
Well, but you'd done a lot of live tweeting. You just hadn't done a live watch along. And at that time, once it's being aired, it's out there for East Coast. It's not like you're having a private pre-screening sort of a thing,
Yeah, but we did with having the episodes beforehand.
Right. But I mean, I just mean in terms of
the risks were mitigated.
Yes.
Yes. Right. Shall I invite a couple people in?
Let's bring them in.
Bring them in. This waiting room filled up very quickly. I hope I've asked you enough questions, Zach.
I'm looking up British biscuits because people are saying, what is this British biscuit that you've been talking about?
Right.
I don't recognize it. Hello. Hi, Kennedy. Oh my gosh, I love the jacket.
Oh,
I can't believe I don't have mine on. Let me put mine in. Let me put mine in. Yes, you're in. You're here.
Holy crap. I'm so sorry.
Happy Valentine's Day.
Hey, cheers, Kennedy.
Cheers, Kennedy.
I'm sorry. I'm probably going to throw up.
Oh my gosh, no, don't throw up. Really just breathe. You take a minute. Do you have a question? Oh no, we lost Sean.
I actually wanted to show you my dog first.
Oh my gosh, who's that?
Yes, who's that?
Daisy.
Oh,
what was the name?
Cute.
Daisy.
Oh, Daisy. I can't. It broke up.
It did break up. Oh my gosh, Daisy the dog, and you've got leopard print on. That's both her. Well, then we're gonna be best friends forever.
I mean, I love that you're wearing a leopard.
Yes.
I actually have a couple of questions.
Go for it.
I'm not sure if I'm allowed to have 2.
No, you take up.
The first one is actually a simple question. One of my favorite episodes is episode 6 of season 6. And I wanted to know if that was a really fun episode because it looked fun, just you and Ian being all silly.
Yes.
Can you
really
tell me,
fun.
Kennedy, what episode 6 of season 6 is? I don't know that off the top of my head.
It's basically just Elizabeth and Ian's episode.
It was the Fitzsimmons one that DJ Doyle wrote it, and it was us going. I forget what it was called now, but It was us going. We were in the mind prism, and we were cycling through our memories, and it was like young Fitzsimmons, and then it was, gosh, what was that called? We went back and we saw Coulson, OG Coulson. That was so fun. Gosh, I loved that. Who directed that? Jesse Bochco. Yeah, that was just so much fun to do.
I love the part where he's like, "You're so English."
I know. Yeah.
Do you say that to?
I am English. Yeah.
Do you say that to Elizabeth, Zach?
What's that?
Do you say that to me, Zach?
I do. So I feel like I say that to you all the time. You probably get tired of me parroting things back to you in an English accent. That has to get old after 8 years.
I don't know. No, the thing that's surprising is that we still find things that we don't know what they mean. As in like terms from each place.
Yeah, all the time.
I went to England 2 years ago and I loved it.
Oh, where did you go?
I went to London and a little place called Chipping Norton.
Oh, cute.
Where's Chipping Norton? Is it north or south?
I'm not good with directions.
Well, you're really putting her on the spot, Zach.
It's
you don't even know the biscuits.
I'm just
They're
asking
your favorite.
It's like an hour from Oxford. I'm not sure which direction.
Oh, okay. Amazing.
Lovely place, Oxford.
It is.
Do you have another question before we?
It's kind of a complicated question. So in season 5, sorry if this is spoils for anybody on the chat or whatever. In season 5, so Fitz breaks the timeline, the loop.
Oof, right, yeah.
So does Alia actually meet Deke's father? Like, does she actually meet him again? Like, because in the future they're in the bunker or whatever thing. Kind of a complicated.
Right.
This is all you, Lil.
In the future, they're in the bunker. Got it. Right.
And Deke's father meets your kid, whatever.
Yeah. Deke's
that would be his
meets
dad.
My child. I think that
Alia's born, but does she actually meet Deke's father in the future? Because that timeline broke.
I don't know. I feel like they're all separate timelines, isn't it? So does Deke exist in Alia's timeline?
Yes. That's
right, because he went back. He stayed back there, didn't he? And we went forward. So it would be she could meet Deke's son and Deke's dad in the same timeline, surely.
I have to say that Daisy was really here for this question. She was the whole time. She didn't blink.
Laser focus.
She was really laser focused on that.
She would be. I feel like she's like, oh, you answered that incorrectly.
Yeah, that's wrong. That's wrong.
Like, that's wrong. That's wrong.
She's been on the live with me every single time, so.
Oh, that's awesome.
So she knows her stuff.
I've gotten in the 100 part, but I haven't asked a question, and I can't believe
I'm so glad. I'm so
glad we're happy to have you.
Thank you for being here all the time.
Yeah, thank you for popping in.
I'm talking to you right now.
I'm gonna invite one more person in, and then this has gone so quickly. I think it's the wine. It's just really flown by today.
Oh, I also have this.
Wow.
Hello.
Oh my gosh! Look
Hello.
at
such a cute mug. How are you? Hi.
I don't think I made it in.
You did make it in. What's up?
Outstanding.
You look like you're in some sort of design studio.
Unbelievably professional. This is.
We've had some problems with Agent Bond. We're gonna get rid of him.
I believe it. How are you?
There's this weird delay. I can't believe this.
Oh no. Do you have a question?
Yes, I do. So let's see here. Wow, I did not know the delay. So depending on fine, how are you? Happy Valentine's Day.
Oh right. So look at the Zoom, don't look at the YouTube because that's got a 20-second delay.
So depending on the assignment, were there times where you were months away from each other? And how did you navigate that in the early days?
Oh, Zach and I?
Yes.
No, we haven't really been apart, have we, Zach, apart from recently?
Recently, yeah, COVID has split us up because she has a new project and my parents are older, so I've been helping them out. But we were super lucky because Shield shot in LA. That's where I was based, and Elizabeth had come there from England, and then obviously was there for the whole shoot. But you'd go home in the summers, but I don't think we would spend more than 2-3 weeks. Maybe a month was like the most we ever spent apart. And then like my whole travel business, we were always taking trips and stuff. So we were really lucky.
This is the first time.
Yeah.
But we've done pretty well.
Oh yeah. Two more items actually. I'll make them very quick. He wasn't in this episode or anything, but there's no chance to actually say anything about it. If you see Patton Oswalt again, please salute him. There's this scene in particular in season 7, episode 2, where he first sees the inside of the Zephyr. That's one of the best scenes in the series. And just tell him someone remembers him above all else for that scene in particular. The expressions of marvel that he had and the wonder, and basically he looked like he was about to cry. It looked like basically everything he believed for the last 40 or something years was suddenly proved. That shout out to him.
Totally, you're so right. That was such a brilliant scene, and he will definitely be coming on the live at some point because we were chatting about the one he was in this season, but he just couldn't with his schedule. So yes, my gosh, by the time we get to season 7, we'll all be doing it in our canes or whatever. But yes, I will definitely tell him. That was such a great scene. Did you have one more question, you said?
No, allow time for someone else.
Well,
nice to meet you.
You go ahead and ask your question if you want, because then I'll let a bunch of people into the waiting room say, you've got the floor, just go for it.
Oh, no. I hadn't anticipated that I'd have it. And you also sort of answered. The last thing I had wanted to know was, did you have problems letting go of the prior Grant Ward? And I think you spoke to that. I kept thinking that there's going to be this flashback with Nick Fury in which he says, pretend to be a Hydra agent, but don't get too attached to anyone. And then he says something like that, well, there's this girl, and like, no. And he snaps him out of it. And that closes an episode. Did you have any thoughts like that? I think you said you did.
I mean, I just kept thinking that he would not really be bad, but it's good that they kind of stuck to their guns with that and got to do the backstory of how he got to be like he is. And I'm glad it was Ward, not Simmons, for sure.
Although you sort of hint at that in the next season, right? With your infiltration, right?
Yes, I go the other way. Gosh, you are up on your Shield knowledge. I love it.
No, when the showrunner said there was a thought of maybe having you, one of my questions was going to be, did you have that at the back of the mind in the infiltration scenes in the following seasons?
Oh, yeah. I don't think so. They told me very early on, you're not really Hydra. I was like, okay.
Not it.
Yeah, but you never know with these cats what they might do. Just give you some rewrites.
Fair enough.
Thank you so much for your questions, and
happy
thank you,
Valentine's
Kennedy.
Day.
Happy Valentine's Day. Thank you for everybody in the chat. Thank you, Zach. Oh, thank you, Daisy, the dog, for being there.
Yeah, thank you, Daisy. Thank you, Kennedy. Thank you, WJB.
We'll see you next week for the season 1 finale.
Finale.
Was I okay? Like, was I not?
You were fantastic. You were absolutely amazing. Thank you for being here.
I have really bad anxiety.
No, you were great.
You were amazing. You were absolutely amazing. Thank you so much. And it's so nice to see Daisy. She's so well behaved.
She's so well behaved.
No kidding.
Get over it. No, wonderful questions. Thank you so much. And thank you for sharing our Valentine's date. What an amazing way to ring in, Valentine's 2021. Okay, so I'm going to let everybody in. We'll wave and get crazy and then see see you guys next week. Thank you, everybody. Thank you, Zach.
Thank you, everyone.
Yeah.
How was
See
it
you next
being in the
week.
hot seat, Zach?
Oh my gosh, sweaty.
Yeah, you finished off your champagne.
Mine off.
It gets
I've
hot,
got-
doesn't
I've got
it? I
about
know, as
the
soon
whole
as you get
bottle
on the
left.
Zoom, it gets hot. Okay, let's admit all. Thank you guys for being here. Here everybody comes. Hello.
Oh wow.
Next week.
Hello, everybody.
Hey guys.
Sunday, happy Valentine's Day.
Happy Valentine's Day, everyone. Happy Valentine's Day. Happy Valentine's.
Day.
Oh, yeah. Let's do a gala review. Happy Valentine's Day.
Happy Valentine's Day, everyone.
Happy Valentine's Day, everyone.
Day.
Valentine's Day, you too.
Weekend.
Hi, Lil. Hi, Zach. Happy Valentine's Day.
Yo, it's just Shield fans.
Valentine's Day.
That's my shirt.
Happy Valentine's Day,
Hi,
everyone.
Chloe.
Happy Valentine's Day, everyone.
Buddy.
I think a bit more of the chat room questions. Super entertaining.
The cool place.
Hi, Bethany.
Day.
Everyone's actually getting excited.
If anyone can hear me, I'm so glad I got to be a part of your lives.
Good to see everyone.
Valentine's Day.
I love it.